So you're thinking of moving to Dallas, Texas. Well, in today's video, we're going to discuss the 15 things we think you should know before making that move here to the Dallas, Texas area. Whether you're relocating for work, for fun, or for family, in this video, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be addressed so that maybe you can get a better understanding of what Dallas has to offer and why so many people love moving here. And we're going to get after it right after this. What's up, everyone? I'm Kristen Carpentier, a licensed realtor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And if this is your first time to our channel and you're wanting to know everything there is to know about what it's like living here in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below and hit that bell for notifications because we are getting calls, texts, and emails every single day from people wanting to make that move here. So whether you're moving next week, next month, or even next year, don't hesitate to reach out and give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email so that we can help you make that smooth move here to the Dallas, Texas area. Okay, so in today's video, there are 15 things we think you might want to know before making that move here. And there's a lot of things that my family and I learned along the ways when we moved here almost 11 years ago. We moved here with our 4 kids and just immersed ourselves right into being Texans, which is what so many people love about living here in Dallas. So let's kind of dive into those 15 things that we think you should know. Now, let's start it right off the bat, with number 1, because it's the one that cannot be avoided, and it's the Dallas Cowboys. But let's back up a little bit and give you a little fun fact that the term Super Bowl was actually coined right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So it started all right here in cowboy country. Now, if you didn't know, the Dallas Cowboys are actually the most expensive NFL team in the country. And I know all throughout the country, the NFL is the biggest income earners for a lot of people. And here, the Dallas Cowboys are definitely top of the list. And not only that, they're beating out a lot of these other sports teams by quite a bit. Second in line are the New England Patriots, but they're actually trailing by quite a bit. So if you kind of look up those stats, the Dallas Cowboys football team is actually earning a lot of money. So hence they're putting it all out there for everybody to enjoy, from their huge stadium to their practice facility. If you want to go tour the football stadium, if you want to go watch the Cowboys practice, and if you want to go check out the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, that's definitely a big draw for a lot of people as well. And another fun fact, we're full of them today, is that the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders were actually the first professional NFL cheerleading team out there as well. So you know what? Everything gets started here in Dallas, and obviously the Cowboys are the trailblazers. So we can't leave off without that being number 1 on our list. Now let's get into number 2, because you know what? Even if you live here in Dallas, football might not be your thing. Maybe sports aren't your thing in the first place. Well, even though we have sports teams of every kind, from the professional level down to the semi-professional level, there are so many options here in Dallas outside of having to play sports. And let's get into the culture here in Dallas. The Dallas Arts District is actually the largest one in the entire country as well. It's bigger than New York and it's bigger than LA. So right here in Dallas, we actually have 19 blocks full of museums and aquariums and parks and galleries and all kinds of venues tailoring to the art world. So no matter what it is that you're looking for culturally, we have so much of it right here in Dallas. If you want to go down to the Arts District and go check out the Dallas Museum of Art or the Perot Museum, any kind of opportunity that you have to go out and actually experience a lot of these things can be found right here in Dallas. So it does have this huge art scene, which is a really big draw for a lot of people culturally. And maybe you're into the arts and the sports, so you have the best of both worlds right here in Dallas. But definitely our art scene is just really phenomenal, and a lot of great reasons to take your kids out. A lot of schools go on field trips down there, and just a lot of great opportunities to learn as adults and even as kids. So definitely something to check out if you're visiting or if you end up moving here. Now, as we always talk about Dallas being, everything's bigger and better here in Texas, and Dallas is no exception. So, number 3 on our list is our park system. The Dallas park system is actually one of the largest in the country as well. I know everything seems to be bigger here in Dallas, like I said. So the park system is phenomenal. No matter what neighborhood you're going into or which area of the metro that you're going to, if you want to go to the zoo and look at that, if you want to go to a lot of the lakes around here and the parks that they have, but so many of the neighborhoods and suburbs all throughout Dallas have tons and tons of parks and trails. But the park system here in Dallas has over 397 parks, as well as over 158 miles worth of trails. So if you love the outdoors, if you love to go running or hiking or walking or just taking your dog out on its daily walk, you're going to find plenty of places to do it here in Dallas. If you want to go mountain biking down along some of the trails along a lot of these lakes, you can do that. But if you want to just spend a day outside with your kids having a picnic, there are going to be so many places that you can do that here in Dallas as well. So Dallas has such fantastic weather, and even if it's hot, you can see so many people outside enjoying a lot of these parks on their early morning runs, or definitely a lot of ways that you can go out. And regardless if you're into running, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to go and enjoy the outdoors. And with the amount of trees that we have out here, it just makes it that much nicer in the summertime when it's super hot to be out under the trees taking your daily walk. So we love the park system and the trail system all throughout the Dallas area that we found, and definitely something to enjoy here. Number 4 is entertainment. If you're looking to go and enjoy any sort of cultural experience, from rock concerts to the symphony to the ballet, we have lots of opportunities for that type of entertainment here in Dallas. A lot of these suburbs have great cultural facilities that you can go and enjoy so many different performances that you can get your fill all throughout the Dallas metro, everywhere from Fort Worth to Allen to downtown Dallas and everywhere in between. So entertainment, we are not at any sort of lack thereof because of the opportunities that we have here in Dallas to go and get out and enjoy so many different forms of entertainment. And it's not just going down to Fair Park or some of the bigger venues. There are a lot of multiple smaller venues that you can go and enjoy these as well. And of course, here in Dallas, some of the biggest names in all kinds of concerts are being showcased here. So no matter what, you can find your favorites pulling through town so that you can have an opportunity to go and enjoy it. Number 5, which does have to do a little bit with the entertainment, are the number of events that we have here in Dallas. Are you into 5K runs? Or maybe you want to run an entire marathon or an Ironman? Or maybe you want to get out and go and enjoy Oktoberfest. Well, even here in Dallas for Oktoberfest, you can find multiple places that you can go and enjoy a great Oktoberfest festival. We have wine festivals and food festivals of every kind, everything from barbecue to Tex-Mex to Indian to Native American. You can find multiple food festivals here to enjoy. And if you are a big foodie, this is definitely a great place to be, because Dallas has become this huge melting pot of cultures, which only brings in tons of opportunities for great and amazing food. So we love being able to go and enjoy a lot of these events. There are balloon festivals and tons of 4th of July festivals. And not to mention, come Christmas time, there are going to be so many areas that you can get out and enjoy the holidays. We absolutely love the amount of things that there are to do here. So, like I said, any sort of food festival, wine festival, or art festival, you can definitely have your fill here in the Dallas metro area. Now, number 7, let's get into a little bit on our housing situation. And that is our new construction. People definitely want to move here because they finally have the opportunity to purchase a home. And a lot of people want new construction. Now, the only thing that we do want to talk about a little bit more is the fact that If you are truly looking for a big master plan community, you're probably going to be a little bit further outside of the metro area. Granted, you can find some smaller developments being built a little bit closer into the cities, but for the most part, our bigger master plan communities are going to be a little bit further out. So if you are having to commute into downtown Dallas, buying that new construction home might leave you a little bit disenchanted with the traffic that you might have to face. But the fact is, here in Dallas, we are growing in every direction. And if you want to get a home for just under $300,000, you absolutely can do it. But you really need to make sure that you know the area that you want to live in, because you have price points in new construction all over the board, from just under 300,000 to well over $1 million. So we do have multiple options for new construction, but no matter if you are going up north, down south, east, or west, there are multiple opportunities for being able to get into new construction. So that is definitely something that people ask about. Can I get into new construction? Where is it at? But obviously, that's why you call us, so that we can help kind of direct you into where it is that you can find the new construction. Because there's so many other areas all throughout our state and different areas around the country, and people don't have that opportunity to buy a brand new house. And so a lot of people that are moving and that can actually work from home, or maybe only have to go into the office a couple of times a week, realize that they can get a lot more home by living here in the Dallas metro area. So new construction is obviously a big draw for people moving here to Dallas. Now, number 8, which is kind of a really fun one for us, is the fact that here in Dallas, there's a lot of what we call them old towns. So what we didn't realize before moving here to Dallas is you really do kind of get a little bit of that old town feel in so many areas here in the Dallas metro area. Whether it's Old Town Grapevine, where they host a number of different festivals down there. It's that great old town charm with the old-fashioned little boutiques in the little street, with lots of boutique type stores as well as mom and pop restaurants, and just a great little atmosphere where they put on, the art festival and a great Christmas time. Everything is lit up and absolutely stunning. And just that old town community, little shopping area that people really love to go and enjoy on the weekends. And we have multiple areas in the Dallas area that actually have these great little old town suburbs. There's a great old town area over in McKinney, one over in Rockwell, there's one down in Waxahachie. So multiple areas for that little old town all throughout the metro area, where you can find these great little pockets in these cities that you can actually just go and kind of be all immersed right in your local neighborhood. So we absolutely love the small town charm of some of these cities right here in the heart of the Dallas metro area. Number 9, which is kind of a huge bonus for a lot of people here, is the fact that we have 2 airports. Yes, we have the DFW International Airport, which is one of the biggest in the country. It's huge. And you can catch a ton of international flights out of there, but maybe you fly Southwest. Maybe you don't want to fly Southwest, but we also have Dallas Love Field, which is where Southwest Airlines flies out of. Obviously, a few other airlines do fly out of there. It's a smaller, more regional type airport, a little bit further down towards downtown Dallas, but it's still the fact that we have multiple options for being able to catch a flight out of the Dallas area. And on top of the fact that Dallas having these 2 major airports is the fact that you can get anywhere in the country in under 4 hours. So our location here in Dallas is just a great big draw for a lot of people who might have to travel for work, and they can hop on a plane and be there within a few hours, as opposed to being on the East Coast or the West Coast and having to spend all day to catch a flight to get to the other side of our country. So location is key for these big major airports that we have 2 of right here in the Dallas metro area. Number 10 on our list, which is serious business here in Dallas, is our barbecue. Now, maybe barbecue isn't your thing, but here in Dallas, barbecue is actually a sport. There are a lot of famous barbecue restaurants here. In fact, like I said, there are barbecue festivals galore in the Dallas metro area. But no matter what barbecue restaurant is your favorite, or which ones you like to go and sample on the weekends, you can smell that barbecue smoke from miles away, and it draws people in, and it is serious business for a lot of these restaurants out here. There are multiple restaurants that are only open a few days out of the week just because they're that serious about the quality of their barbecue. And people don't realize that when you come here, how serious the barbecue is, because you can get some fairly decent barbecue in other parts of the country. But here in Texas, and especially in the Dallas area, the list is pretty long about how many great barbecue restaurants there are, and definitely everybody seems to have their favorite. So something to check out if you're going to come out and visit and you wanted a little sampling of what barbecue really is like, Dallas is going to be the place for you to check that out. Number 11, which is something that we actually surprisingly get asked quite often, is the fact that, can I use public transportation? And I mean, well, yeah, you can, but you might need to check on where you need to live if you really actually do need to use it on a consistent basis. But when we're getting some of these calls from people who might be relocating here from New York, for example, or Washington, D.C., realizing that you're probably going to need to move here and actually purchase a car because Dallas is so big. And if you want to go and explore, which is what so many people like to do, then you're definitely going to want a car. We do have the DART system, which is the train system and bus system that you can get throughout the Dallas metro area. We actually have the McKinney trolley that you can actually hop on and off of for free. But, that definitely depends on where it is that you're living, how convenient that's going to be. Obviously, some areas are more convenient than others, but unless you just kind of want to be confined to the route that DART system takes, you're definitely going to want a car because there's so many fantastic areas to explore. And not to mention, people are driving all throughout the metro area for food and for events and just to go out and take a hike or a walk in some of these amazing parks that we talked about. So you're definitely going to want a car if you're moving here to the Dallas area. Number 12 is there are a lot of amazing places that you can go take a tour of. Do you want to go tour the Cowboys Stadium? Yes, you can actually take a full-on tour of the Dallas Cowboys football stadium. And once you go in there, it really is pretty amazing. We hadn't even been in there before. We went out there for a cheerleading event and could not believe the size of the Jumbotron out there. So it really is kind of a phenomenal experience, even if you're not into football, to go and check out. You can also go take a tour of the Cowboys practice facility up in Frisco at the Stars Stadium also. But there's everything from the Fort Worth Stockyards to the JFK Memorial down in Dallas, which is where JFK was shot. It's marked on the street, and you can go up to the 6th floor museum and actually see where that took place. And you can even go take some amazing food tours all throughout the city also. So you want a tour of any kind, you can find lots of options and opportunities to try something different right here in Dallas. Number 13 on our list is your Texas gear. Now, here in Texas, obviously, Texans have a whole lot of Texas pride. So if you need your Texas shirt, if you need your Texas tie, if you need your Texas socks, or your Texas jewelry, you're going to need anything and everything that basically brands you for being from Texas. I remember when our son first went off to school and people would say, "Where are you from?" And he would say Texas. They would get all excited wanting to know exactly where he was from. And he was from Dallas. I don't know what it was with the draw of Texas, but people really have that great Dallas, Texas pride. And we didn't realize quite how crazy and funny it was until we had moved here and been here a while, and then our kids started to leave and go off to school. And when you go to a new state and people want to know where you're from, it's just this crazy funny draw about being from Texas. So it's just great to see how many people move here to Texas and really adopt how much they truly love becoming Texans. So you need to get your Texas gear when you move here. Number 14, let's get into this one, which is my husband's favorite, is the shopping. Now, here in Texas, we have more stores per capita than any other U.S. city. I know, it's kind of hard to believe. And Highland Park Village, which is very gorgeous and cute, a nice little area that you should go check out, is actually the oldest shopping center in the country as well. It has some very high-end shopping. If you want to go basically see some amazing cars and some beautiful boutiques, that is definitely a great little area to go do a little bit of sightseeing one day and maybe a little bit of shopping as well. but we have multiple areas to go shopping, whether it's North Park Mall or the shops at Legacy or the Stonebriar Mall or multiple outlet malls all throughout the DFW area. There is tons and tons of shopping, from high-end shopping to just your everyday shopping as well. So you are not going to be at a shortage for what it is that you're looking for to go out and do a day's worth of shopping here in the Dallas metro area. And number 15, I thought I would just throw in for fun because it's probably one of my favorites. I know for sure it's my dad's favorite, is the fact that German chocolate cake was invented here in Dallas. It was not invented in Germany. Now, my dad actually worked in Germany when my parents were first married. That's where my older brothers were born. But nobody in my family actually knew that German chocolate cake was invented here in Dallas. So what could be better than that? Because it's technically one of my favorites. Now, I know some of these things were a little bit on the silly side, but there are some fun facts that we learned by living here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we absolutely have loved making Dallas our home. So if you and your family, or just you by yourself, or maybe everybody you know wants to move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, please reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, and we would absolutely love being able to do what we can to help you make that smooth move here to the Dallas, Texas area. And until next time, take care.